Well, back. Hello. It's as if I never left, except I did, and so we're starting from scratch and the stream is starting again. Hey. If you're just tuning in, and you hadn't tuned in before, to the first part of the stream earlier today, we're working on building a financial freedom calculator as part of the Maybe project, part of their marketing website. And it's a tool that's on here that we're currently working on. Reply to that message later. It's a tool that we're working on, and as part of this bounty, there's a GitHub issue here on the project. We've started up here already. We've already created our tools page and the option of clicking through to that tools page, and we're currently working on this ability to calculate the results, and we're running into this issue here. So that's what we're currently working on. I also see that Wizaf subscribed. Thank you for the subscription there. For tuning in. Really appreciate that. Don't know if you did that just at the end of the last stream. I had to rush off very quickly, so sorry I've missed that. This is what we're building. We're going to try and build this. We're making good progress on it. I think we're now trying to work out kind of this calculator at the point where you run out of savings. So we have a while loop, current savings more than 0, and then we take off the monthly savings and we grow the amount percentage each time. We add that to what's on there. I apologise, I had my camera off there. Right, now what was I doing? It's getting dark, so I probably just need to boost light up a bit. Oof. Now, I don't know what this issue is I'm seeing. Invalid array length. Like, why would this not work? Oh. Interesting. You know, like now that we have the console log, what we end up doing is just forcing ourselves into infinity. That's not what we want. That broke the tab, so we'll have to refresh. Grab that, and then we'll jump over ChatGPT. What is the issue with this code? That's true. Good point. Accumulation calculation error. Right. What am I doing here? Because this was just code that I frantically threw at the wall while I was rushing to try and get this done before I needed to make dinner. And now I've made dinner and had dinner, and now I'm back. So what are we trying to do? We get these 3 pieces of information. Let's possibly take a look at what we've got here. And perhaps not do that. Our browser seems to protect us from causing this. I think what happens is this does it so quickly that we just go too much. Like, it tries to infinitely fill the array until it breaks. No live, good. Actually, do I need to just check? Like, do I need to add? I am live streaming on Algora as well. I think that's working. Comment / live stream once live. I think I've done that. I don't really know. I'll do that in a moment. Once I've kind of got past this bug that I'm trying to solve. What was a global variable? Let current savings equals temp1.current savings. Times temp1.monthly savings growth rate by 100. It grows. Oh, but here, do we have the issue with this example where our monthly expenses, we gain 6,000? Yeah, we just. So, in this situation, we just infinite, right? Like, you win. You've won the game. Is there a UI design for winning? Like, no. So in that situation, we have so much in our current savings, and our savings grows so much that we make enough. Is that right? 150 times 0.04 is 6,000. So if I'd set it to 2, then we get it dropping slowly until we get to minus 3,977. We get 71 months. But at 4, we surpass expectations. We'd have to be spending 6,100, and eventually you'd get 106 months. Right, so we need to handle the edge case where our monthly expenses what was going on there? That's fine. So I almost need some sort of if statement that says we're not going to bother calculating anymore, right? Because first month growth if the first month growth is more what's going on there? Okay, so if that's the case, you're already financially free. Right? If I set this down to 3, you're still already financially free. So it's 72. Okay, that solves that problem. So if you're already financially free, we need to render some sort of template. Otherwise, we're calculating number of months. I wonder if I could do this more of like a real-time, as you're changing the data kind of effect. Possible, you know, we could do something like that. I'm going to quickly get this data. I kind of want to know how many days. If months, there's no dot last, which is annoying. Is less than 0, then const last month I don't like the idea of final, so like maybe final month savings. I don't need, it's determined. the savings and expenses. Final month expenses. No, that's not right. I think what we'll need to do is like daily expenses or average daily expenses. Do we grow in the period that we... No, I don't need to do that. We already applied the growth. What's the... Let's assume you get the growth at the beginning of the month and then you're spending it from other month. So you got the growth and then you started spending it. So now we're working out how much you're spending per day and then we're working backwards. So let's say you overspent 9,000, but you're spend you overspent by 9,000. You're spending 10,000 a month. 333. So you made it 3 days into the month? 3 and a bit? Is that right? And what are we actually trying to work out there? We are trying to work out the... Sorry, I just got sidetracked for a second here. Just checking that my YouTube studio is working fine. Is this the one I'm currently doing? Do I need to click the go live button? Oh, I don't know. Probably did for Twitch, not Twitch, for YouTube. There we go. Right. That's that. Right, okay, so calculate our average daily expenses. And then we need to work backwards. Well, we could do absolute and then 30 days. I suppose so it's probably easier if we say we spent $300 a month. That's $10 a day. And so it's 30 days. Okay? But actually we only spent 200 over. So 20 days. So days over drawn. Yes. Days in final month, 30. I mean, that should really be a const. Let's just do const days in month, 30. We don't like magic numbers. Um, Other way around. Yeah, yeah, obviously the average for the 12, 30.416667, 4166. How many days in a month? Days. Not till financial freedom. That's the wrong. Change to there until months left. Months. How long will your savings last? Your savings will last. Connecting to chat? Have I lost a connection? I haven't dropped any frames. Everything seems to be. Twitch is being weird. Let's see. I'm gonna go back ticks. Got length -1. Days. So there. You already financially free. I did 3, 2, 31 months and 0.17 days. I can get that converted up to some sort of time period quite easily, I think. Not sure why that didn't. 8,000 in 10 days. 18 days. Invalid array length. I thought I'd solve the invalid array length. We calculate that the first month growth more than the expenses, and since the expenses don't change. Valid array length. Oh, because that's now 0. As long as your expenses don't go up. I think I just put in the number that in, yeah. 10 days. 0.3 days. I only have 9,000. You have this month's savings. So this is an interesting weird edge case. You've got this month's savings. You got the growth on it. Covered your bills, and then you lasted a day and a bit, day and a quarter. Comment. So that's what we get. Thumbnail broke. We're financially free. So many months and days. What was it? 365. 12 days in a year. Again. 365. I think that's probably the most accurate I can get to days in a month. And that makes everything else work. This difference is probably how much you save a month, right? I mean, how long would you show for? Not really sure how you frame that just yet, and it's not in the design spec, so I'm gonna leave it for a moment. This gets us a month. I wonder if I've refactored that out somewhere. I mean, all of this is important though, right? I need to work out the graph at some point. Let's switch to using some values that actually give us yeah, 47 months. 3 and a bit years. Okay. 3 and a bit years. Right. Can I get rid of the local true? Do I even need the local true? I don't know what the local true is doing for me. Doesn't look like I need it. Right. Time to perhaps think about how to render the different results. So I'm probably going to want to render some sort of template for this. Now, I actually recently published on my GitHub a little template tool, template renderer that I like to use here. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to use something here for this. JavaScript application template renderer.js. Export default. And then I need to add this to my import map config in template renderer. I don't know if I like just having that dumps there. Helpers. Stick it in a helpers folder. And then in here, import template renderer from helpers template renderer. Import map config. How do I get that? I'm be right back. I realised as well just then, like, I go to my be right back screen sometimes to hide what I was doing. But anyway. Full screen me. Actually, sometimes I do that and it screws up the... Has this? I think it has. I think my audio's out of sync now. That's kind of going to be annoying. Because I think when I switch to this camera scene... Hopefully that's okay. If not, sorry. What I wanted to check basically was in the import map of this project. It's pin all from. That's all I wanted to check. Okay. Don't like that I'm doing everything in here, but I'm just going to do it for now. The way this works is we create our template. This dot maybe we have static targets equals results template. Results container. Hey buddy, it feels like it's been a while. Hey Bish, it has been a while. Sorry for not being around. Hope you've been well. Result renderer. And then we can pass it the data. Doing well, thanks. Congrats on the grading. Not sure what you mean. Oh, you're on about my instrument IMC rating stuff. I think I have to fly in cloud. Thank you. Feels like a while ago now. Only a few weeks. Or the pilot thing. Yes, yeah. Yeah, I can fly in clouds now. In the UK. Because clouds everywhere else are different, apparently. No, it's a special rating that only exists in the UK. Like a reduced instrument rating. Restricted instrument rating. It lets me fly in cloud because the UK is particularly cloudy a lot of the time. So... const results element equals that. And then render results. So I can change this to this dot render results. The idea is I click this, and I also need to set these targets. Results template. So no longer just a fair weather flyer. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Exactly. Data financial freedom calculator target results template. Here are the results. And then this will be the data financial freedom target results container. Oh, I need it to... Yeah. Nice. That does work. Change inside braces. This dot render results. Don't particularly like how I'm doing that right now, but so this is a try run at a financial calculator of sorts. Kind of, yeah. So I'm doing a bounty, which is on a project called Maybe, which is an open project. You can check out the code and source code. It's all open source. It's a open source operating system for your personal finances, and it's a project that I've kind of been contributing to for a few months now. Essentially what they have is all the code's open source, and occasionally they'll post bounties. This one's for the marketing site, but I've done quite a few for the actual main application as well. And yeah, this one's the marketing site, so they've published one that's build a financial freedom calculator. You can put in your current savings, your expenses, and how your savings growth rate, and it works out how long your savings will last you until you run out of money. There's a couple of designs on here, and this is what I'm building what they've already designed and building it into the app. There's a bunch of kind of requirements and a spec here and a bunch of stuff in there, and then there's a reward for completing it. It's the bounty. So I've become a bounty hunter, and there's an additional bonus in this one for the live streaming on something called Algora TV, which is kind of like Twitch but for just for programming bounties. Algora is the company platform that does the bounty management. Yeah, that's what I'm building here. This is the marketing website. I did most of this website, kind of built a number of these pages as part of bounties as well. So financial terms and tools is the newest one I'm currently working on. So yeah, that's what we're currently working on. Currently working on this part where you click calculate and then show the results on the side. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I think so. I think what I want to try and do is calculate some sort of days left. Days in month times that plus days into the month. Again, it's not fair. I think I can actually just do it like this. Days left, take away the days overdrawn. Oh, and I also got my first run through of using JMeter for a bit of testing I was trying to get done. That's pretty cool. Hopefully I can remember it going forward. I have not played around with JMeter. Is that a Java type thing. Oh, it's Apache. Yeah, 100% Java application. Oh, like load testing stuff. That's cool. I feel like all of the Apache stuff just has tons to learn. Hard to remember all. Financially free crew. Is infinity base left infinity? Here are the results, and then even if it's like that, still here are the results. Cool. Now, here are the results. I need to work out how I'm going to render some of this information. Did I have like an if? I don't remember what I built into this. There is a t-if. I actually don't think I ever got that bit working though. This obviously isn't what it's going to say, but it'll do for now. Days left. And then if I change it to that, it'll tell you infinite days. That actually works pretty well. And then let's say I also had like a div. And this is going to be some, like, assume this is going to be some sort of controller. It's going to have some sort of data value. Although actually what we're really talking about here is t-bind. Is it t-bind? T-atta. Data value. And this is going to be json.stringify result of months. Which I think is enough. Yes. And that can then be fed into a stimulus controller that's going to render the graph. There is a spec, I just need to check. Template parts. Is this a thing yet? Template parts, HTML, MDN. I had 175 IDs that I wanted to download some extra data for, and it helped speed up the process. Nice. Small performance testing, let's try another function helped. It's cool. I'm gonna check. Not logged in, but I tweet this. Someone shared this library. Template instance. It's kind of the same. Probably makes sense. I'll come back to it, I think. For now, I think this works pretty well. I mean, it's fairly basic, so I don't really need to worry too much. We've got maybe 3 elements on the page. Don't think my if condition really worked. T.if days left not equal infinity. It doesn't show it, but that doesn't mean it's not also running this. I think because of the way it works. But okay. Yeah, see, mumps is not defined because it doesn't get sent mumps. So it still tries to render that. I mean, I guess I could just send it an empty array. And then if I went up to 5, then we lose it, and we say something else. Congrats. You will never run out of money. Beautiful. X days? I'd like to go back to just having that, yes. Okay. Not sure why that order matters. It clearly does, but okay. I need to clean up here. Close up some of those. Still not sure about template parts because that doesn't entirely do what I'd like to do here. I've got JSON.stringify. I guess I could probably do that into the data so it just is a thing, but if statements, not sure. They got like rockets on here. Again, I don't really know if I'm meant to be streaming on something called Algora TV as well, but whether this is working or not, I don't know, because it's breaking it down into like lots of separate. And I don't think this is how that's supposed to work. Like if is anyone else on here streaming right now? I'm meant to be streaming on something called Algora TV as well. Like that's clearly working, right? But I don't think it's supposed to be breaking it down into all these separate streams. Like that one's 9 minutes, this one's 10 minutes. Maybe I have to change my encoder settings, but I don't really want to. Maybe I'll change it down to like 6,000. Hopefully that doesn't break Twitch too much. Hopefully that doesn't break Twitch too much.
To stream on Algora.
They recommend 6,000, so I've lowered it, and then CBR, keyframe interval, I think it's okay. Perhaps lowering it will fix the issue a little bit with it. Optimize your encoder. I'm already multi-streaming, but I'm not multi-streaming through their streaming system. Also, the thumbnails on it are atrocious. Terrible. Clara, hey, how's it going? Been so long. Remember me? Yeah, I remember you. Yeah, it's been a little while since I've done a stream. I had a few things come up, been on holiday, had some other projects I was doing that I couldn't do on stream and stuff, so yeah, it's been a little while. I'm hoping to try and do some more on Muster Minutes as well at some point, because I've actually been using it for generating minutes. There's a few features that I want to add, and I also saw a few comments on the YouTube series that I did. People asking questions about it, so I do want to get back to that at some point. Yeah. Okay, 10 years, 9 months. I wonder if there's a nicer way of doing this, like years, months, days calculation. Time ahead JavaScript. Are there any JavaScript libraries or standards that could take a duration, a time, and render the distance and time? Like, I'm trying to think. 'Interval to duration, start, end, date functions. Date functions is usually my go-to. What did they say? Like format duration? Zero years, 9 months. But I kind of want to choose automatically based on the thing. Relative date for relative time format -2 day. Hours ago. Time ago is also an interesting one. Lots of options here. What was the RTF thing? Format. Dot format. Let's say there's 2000 day. It's not really what I'm looking for. In more than I expected. I hate dates. I think dates are one of those painful. Hooks on. I think the closest I'm preferring right now is the date functions and doing something manually with that. Let's check Luxon out. Luxon I've heard good things about as well. Oh, we are in ad break. Moment Luxon. It's built by one of the Moment.js developers on improvement. So that also has like a duration .toHuman. Okay. Duration. Human. Luxon duration to human. Shift 2. Strip 0 units end. Max units too. I imagine there must be some sort of min units. I think this is a recommendation anyway rather than a thing, but that's essentially what I'm trying to find. Something that looks like that, where it's gonna go Did this ever get anywhere? I don't really want to have to add Luxon to this project. If I'm gonna have to add anything, maybe format duration is the best. Takes in the duration and some options. Can I see what the default is? 0 should be included in the output. No. Um, 9 months today. Hey Chuck, thanks for the resub. I started walking east from when I started being subbed. I would have been able to make it to northern China according to ChatGPT. I thought that was about to be the what's it called? If you, I can't remember the exact thing, but like that test where you walk east and then walk You walk south 1 mile and then walk east 1 mile and then walk north 1 mile and you're in the same place. Where are you or something like that? Well, you're like north or south pole. One of those. Or Russ AI. I didn't want to risk it. Also, sorry I haven't replied to your message yet. You messaged just after I started streaming again. It's on my list to get to. Format duration. If years, months, days. Seconds. It's a bit basic, but that'll probably do the job. Probably don't need to go down to hours and seconds. Although maybe I do. Two seconds.
So come, let it seep in deep until it hits your face. It comes till you feel it. The sun will rise tomorrow, and we will still be here. You are alive, you are a reason.
Lol, it felt like a really manly man buying that generator opened up a whole world of shenanigans. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that huge generator when I opened up my chat earlier. This is where this, what looked seemingly simple block of code suddenly gets really complicated and that makes me want to go screw it, I'm installing date functions. Bin import map pin date. Means you can have the cooking, hot plate, fridge, hairdryer, etc. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. I have to decide whether I'm going to pre-render this text, the template. Maybe I should. We ain't slumming it. Luxury glamping. I'm hoping the weather's good. Sidetrack. What's the pressures? Give me both. It's the Windy Premium. I am Premium. I just need to log in. Meteogram. It'll severely affect the vibe of the holiday. It looks pretty good. At least the Wednesday. Don't like the look of the cloud on the what's leaking into Thursday, but can't quite see it yet. So we'll see. We'll see. Looks like it might be okay. You have I need to work out how to create a duration. Oh, it's just like an object. I don't already have a number of days. It says number. Format duration. No, didn't mean to delete that, sorry. Data. And then text can be format duration. Days, data dot days left. And then maybe not call this text, but call it like call it formatted duration. The text formatted duration. That's odd. Import map config date function. Not sure what's going on there. That's odd. Not seen that before. Format duration from date functions. And it tries to grab all of those from like assets. I also wonder if I can grab it from like format duration. Like that. No, it's not what's registered in the import map. Import map statements. Interesting. And now I don't have access to that function. We're feeling a bit messy at the moment. We're back to having this in there? Yeah, we are. And then this obviously goes. I mean, I don't even know if this is what I want. It's hard to test. I tried adding date points to my project that uses Rails import map, but it didn't seem to work. I mean, maybe I should just do that, right? Because then it's the same as this, like, CDN, right? Can I just do that? Go import map. In import map in 8 pins. Data.formatted duration. Is that right? Okay. That actually might have worked. P data text or T text formatted duration. Yeah. So interval to duration. Interval's not working. How do we get the duration? Because that's broken down like that. Months, weeks. Okay, now I can get access to date functions, but date functions doesn't really give me what I want.
Here I go again. Thinking I could
I need to calculate that. It's kind of annoying.
that I could do this on my own.
I thought it would just go, yeah, sure, here you go.
But every time the pain goes on,
Date owns duration.
lean upon. I really hope you'll be the one to save me.
Difference in months, difference in days.
I really hope you'll be the one.
Interval to duration.
There ain't no one who could take up your place, yeah. It's you who heals my.
What is this interval? Okay, fine. So it takes 2 dates. Which means I also need to add more and more I'm like, hang on, I need to... How do I... Installation. Now I'm like, actually, I do need more. More of this project. Funny how my brain can get stuck on some of these issues that normally wouldn't get so stuck on if I wasn't streaming. Something about it, you know, takes a bit of practice to get back into the habit of streaming and coding again. What I want to try and do is work out how I want to build this UI here. And I need to work out in a couple of ways. Like a time until. Maybe this is one unit, you know? Probably makes sense as its own controller. Yeah. I think this is its own countdown controller. Because this 10 years and the 9 months just coming from here, right? And really what we're doing is pulling the first 2 of the largest number of digits that are not 0. So as soon as years goes to 0, we then go, you have 9 months, 22 days, or whatever it might be, right? And so I can kind of calculate it that way. I think it makes sense to think about that as a self-contained unit rather than having to worry about the rest of the stuff that's going on. So I think we park all of the stuff that's going on here. Get rid of the format duration, the 53 line controller that essentially gets us to the point where we performed a calculation and rendered some results when I do it when the page is actually loaded. You know, and that gets me so far of the way, but now I need to think of this as a separate controller. How are we doing on the Git status? Okay, some stuff there. Bin Rails G stimulus countdown. Countdown controller. think what we'll do is we'll add it in here for now, just so I can data controller countdown. And inside the countdown controller, there will be data countdown time value 365. So it's 365 days, right? Or whatever. There is no time value. Fine. And then we'll have some sort of message, I guess, which will say something along the lines of you have some sort of span of freedom ahead of you. Data countdown target summary. And then I need to work out how I want to represent these. Or perhaps I just have this rendered out as a separate data countdown target equals counters. Countdown controller static targets ticker. Static values time left number. Okay. I'm guessing that is like milliseconds or something. Times 1,000, 10,000 probably, I don't know. I guess we'll see if I... You have... time left. Oh yeah. What am I actually calculating there? Number of milliseconds in a year, is that right? So that bit kind of works. And in the summary can also just be rendered fairly quickly. Cool. So the ticker works because it just updates every second, sets the text content. It's not going to be text content, but it's going to be a template that we render of some kind, I imagine. Templates in templates? Mad. Yeah. And in the summary, well, oh, because that's that bit. Actually, I want ticker target text content to be that. Of course, that gets you the remainder. That original concept that I got given would have worked. Take that, but I want years, months, days, hours, minutes, seconds. Can you update this so that it renders years, months, days, hours, minutes, seconds? Bit verbose, but update summary must be declared in closing class. Is there's the closing bracket. 0 years, 11 months, 30 days, 4 hours, 40 minutes. Okay, okay. Thinking what I'm doing here is probably like result is years, months, days, hours, minutes, seconds. Because then I think what I can probably do is something like result I know what I want. I've done this. I'd like to remove any keys values where the value is 0. And then render a string of the keys and values that remain. Don't give me all the code again, just give me the chunk that I need. Filter, map. There we go. And then years is spared because obviously. And then if I was in here and added um 60 seconds in a minute. $86,400. Yeah, a bit of a day. Didn't quite get the full 24. Oh no, I did, I think, because it's obviously a little bit odd because of the way that it works out the year and the days and the months. Where's the months? I must have just left it from the... I'll come back to that in a second. What's going on with the hours freaked out, right? Because when I refreshed... Oh no, that's right. It filters out the 0 for that split second, so it kind of freaks. Well, I only wanted to filter out the first ones. Interesting. I do have mumps in there. But 0 mumps. Again, I only want to filter out the first. I only want to filter out the first 0 I encounter. After that, other values can assist. Because obviously you wouldn't. Yeah, I was gonna say I need to do some sort of like of the loop and remove. Is it for of? I never remember if it's for of or for in. I think it's for of in this case. It will basically end up looking like something like for. I need key and value, right? Yeah. Key value of result. Result. It says object.entries. I think I can just do that. And then I can do if like that. Result is not interrelable. What did they do here then? Filtered result. Ingest. For property in object, yes. For delete 2 there. Property in result. Again, kind of did, but kind of didn't work. No, hang on. What are we doing? It's not just if it's 0. If there's any number. Remove zeros until we hit a number. That is not 0. That's what we wouldn't do. So, if there's that, break stops the statement executing, goes to the first statement after the loop. So break. So if 0 delete, if result property not equal to 0, else done equals true, or break. Where's the months? And the days? Checking property. Okay, what happened? I'm still. You're a dumbass. Okay. But I still need to do that bit, right? One year, 0 months, 0 days. Yes. And then if I go back to being below a year, we use is there a way of grabbing the first 2 properties? Is there a way to retrieve first 2 properties of an object? I'm going to assume it already knows I'm writing JavaScript because, you know, object.keys slice. Of course, that makes sense. And then I could just use those keys to access the results. Get duration. Yes. Because this is effectively the duration. Return result remove leading zeros. That's it. Okay. And then this can be this dot duration. Yes. And then thicker content. Thicker content. And then I think the other thing as well will be the const summary content. Duration equals this dot duration. And then we'll do object.keys duration dot slice 0 to 2 dot map. This dot summary target. Okay, I need to refine some of the text, but what we essentially have is the counter. With the ticker. Okay. So, and then I just need to turn this into seconds. Const seconds in a day. That sounds about right. Times seconds in a day. And then this goes into there. Seconds left. Not equal to infinity, then seconds left. T at a yeah, you kind of breaks a little bit there, but okay. We don't really need that bit there. Let's dot abs that. Math dot floor Right. And then if I change this to... I actually never run out of money, but if it's 1... Oh, and then the other thing I need to do is restart the ticker. Should run the update before I start the ticker. Oh wait, straight away isn't there? Okay. I've got a little bit of work left to do on this counter, but it's mostly design refinement and a bit of refactoring. That is the ticker timer countdown. I think I now need to work on the chart. Although I do kind of have a bunch of stuff going on here. Okay. I think the next thing will be the chart. It's going to be an interesting one. It is 9:30 though. I'm probably going to have to call it here. I might work on some of this off stream a little bit. But I think I am probably going to have to call it here on the stream. And then we'll probably pick this up tomorrow. It's a shame. I like to get these done pretty quickly usually. So. Oh, I was going to say there's some PRs. Someone's done it before I can get to it, but yeah, I think we're making good progress. Did the Algora TV thing work? I bumped down my connection. It looks like it probably has. Yeah, I think we're... Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Chart is the last major hurdle, and then we've got to work up the sliders, colors. Those are going to be a pain, I think. And then just a general refactor of design, making sure everything lines up. I think we'll pick those up tomorrow. I don't think I've got much more time left on it for now. Yeah. Cool. We'll leave it there. Thanks for hanging out on the stream. I'll catch you next time. Cheers. Bye.